I'm testing to see if we're live. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's video. Today, we're going to do a little bit of book talk on a Friday night, as is reaching late into the evening, if you cannot tell by the window. And as you can see, I got a book in my hands, and the book that I have in my hands is Play With Me by Becca Mack. And this is, what series is this? Hold on. It's the Playing for Keeps series. It's book 2. The first book. Sorry if you hear the people outside my room. You might hear them. The hallway is legit right outside my room. So you could probably hear them. Anyways, the first book in the Playing With Me series is Consider Me. Now, I did read that one and I liked it. I would say you don't initially need to read the first one to understand this one, but sorry, I had a burp for a second, and I was stumbling upon my words. But anyways, back to the main gist. I've just finished the first chapter. Already like it, but it does tease like a little bit of the future of what happened in the first book. So if you don't want any spoilers of the first book, I would consider reading Consider Me first before reading Play With Me. And then there's also a third book, which I think is either at home or I have with me. We'll find out. And that one probably goes more into the future as well, because there's like Al Kennedy. She writes similar books. Hers, because this is hockey based. But Elle Kennedy, she has a series, Briar U, I think, is one of them, where it's hockey but like at college, and that is more around the same time frame, but it like lightly touches on the other couples from the other books. This one, based on the first chapter, it like talked a lot about the first couple, but that's because there was a special event that happened in the first chapter that if I were to say, it would spoil the first book, so I'm not going to do that, but I have linked all 3 of her books of this series, Becca Mack, in the description below. But so far I'm really enjoying it, but it is like higher reading level, meaning there is some content that I wouldn't wouldn't suggest children to read, because it at least in the second book, it goes like kind of quick. I don't quite remember how the first one was, because I think I read the first one around this same time last year. So yeah, and I've been having the second and third book since that time, because it was like a deal on Amazon. And I think you could still get that deal, and I think I have it so where you could easily get that deal. Yeah, like this book is currently 10% off. The third book is regular price to my knowledge at the moment. It could change every day. And then the first book is also 10% off. So if you just get all of them like right now, you're saving money there. So, and I don't know how long that will last, but sometimes they also do like a bundle of all 3 books. This one's like around 400, but I kind of like it. Although, okay, speaking of the other author, Elle Kennedy, the first book of her series that I've read has the main character is Garrett, and in this, the main character is also Garrett, for at least for this book. And so I was like, wait, what book am I reading? Am I reading like the right series? Because in my head I was going to Elle Kennedy, because I first got introduced to like this whole romance hockey thing through her books, especially what was it, The Deal, that like started this whole thing like 2 years ago. Read through all of her 4 first series, second series, and then like the second generation, so 9 of her books. which are basically all the same thing, college hockey romance. Why I'm not sure it still grabs my attention. It's like a great I wouldn't say comfort read, but it's like if I want to read something that's not, I don't have one near me. Oh, yes, I do. Hold on. That's like, ooh, I almost slept. That's not like this. Like this, I have to stay focused. I can't, and like I have to like quite literally understand what it's saying because it's like nonfiction. That's what I'll say. Nonfiction, learning, personal growth book stuff. And yeah, well, this one's more like, at the moment, it's not happening in my life, but like, this is great to like live someone else's or live the life of a fictional character for a little bit, you know? I don't know. Romance books I always like, but it depends on the type of romance book if you get what I'm saying. Like for me, I prefer the college romances now just because it's more relatable in my life. And then also sport romances, that's another thing. I don't quite like regular romance, like the Twisted series. I'm like having I'm like struggling to even read through the third book. Um because I just prefer the sports romance college setting, and for some reason hockey is the book, but I think there's also like a baseball series that I want to read or something. And then the cheat sheet, that's like football based, but that's also outside of college. So yeah, that's my thoughts. Anyways, today was great. We had 3 classes and meeting, and then after that meeting, it was like a lot happened. Also today, they fixed the faucet on my bathtub slash shower. Although it did smell like they burnt something, like burning wax. So that was great. It's not currently smelling like burning wax, but it smelled like that earlier. They did have to like shrink the pipe that like the faucet goes on, because apparently it had a bent in it and it wasn't supposed to. And then they put some caulking around it so it won't be leaking anymore. So that's good. I could finally take a shower that is not 5 seconds with, so yay. That's the update. So I'm glad that's done. And yeah, I literally read the first chapter by the pool while I was tanning because I was like, why not? It was either that or listen to music, and right now I'm just not in a music feeling. Like I haven't listened to music in so long. That's a lie. I literally listened to music driving earlier today, but like haven't been in the mood to like walking in class last year. I used to listen to music 24/7. This year, haven't even had my earbuds in. Besides it, when I went for a run. If you haven't seen the video, I went running to Target because why not? I didn't realize how close it really was, but when you're running, it goes quicker. So, but yeah, that's all for now because hold on. It's the first week of classes and I need to get my sleep because tomorrow's another day ahead, and we made it through the week of having early classes and just doing everything. And at this point, I think my nose is stuffy. So I gotta go deal with that. Anyways, if you did enjoy this and put your comments about your thoughts on this book or the other books I talked about, or the authors I've talked about, or just the genre in general, if you want to share your thoughts of anything, put your current genre that you're reading or your favorite, like if you were to pick up a book, um what type of genre, what type of book would be like, if it was available, you could always like pick it up and you'll be like, you would love to read that type of book genre. Put it in the comments below. Also, be sure to subscribe and have your notifications on so you know when I make another video go live. And post, just in general, you know? We'll see y'all next time. Bye, y'all.